Oh, there we go. We are on the main server, and I forgot that I actually disconnected in space when I gave up on one of my latest attempts to shoot this video. We're currently in the system called Cortez. We're actually one jump away from California, where we were a few moments ago on my own server. And here's the thing: we currently have a generic pirate ID, which means our zone of influence is practically unlimited. We need to figure out where the players are and what we could actually pirate. So what happens now is actually it is hard to see. Like, for example, we have two people in California right now, the system that is next to ours. One of them is a rank 72, so that might be a traitor, but at the same time it might not be. That's one of the few dangers you need to understand. Running into people that you have no reason to fight. Like, you don't want to fight people in a dedicated pirating ship, because usually what works well against a transport probably doesn't really work too well against something, a bit more specific, like a snub or a gunboat or a capital ship or whatever. So the goal of piracy for me is to evade that sort of interaction. For me, piracy is actually fun in the sense that I can attack traders, make them whine about me to the lawful forces, but the time they actually get there to shoot me, I'm long gone. I already relocated. Even more so, I probably changed my name, and that's actually something I need to note right here. We actually changed our name before we undocked. As you can see, now I renamed myself to Trade Tom Incorporated. I'm rank 50 in Cortez. Now, the problem here is that rank 50 is obviously not a trader unless you are a very small one. So maybe this is a bit too obvious, but trying to use names that aren't, that don't give away your nature is probably one of the best ways how to succeed at piracy. Like, the less reason people will come out to try and poke at you just to see who the fuck you are, the more traders you're going to get caught. You'll be able to catch. Now, the reason I'm sitting here in Cortez is not by chance, actually. I know for a fact that they recently buffed a trade route between Brittany and Liberty. Not to mention, we have also some sort of smugglers coming through. And if they are the lazy kinds of smugglers, they're actually going to use the lanes. Now, smuggling commodities in by themselves are very high profit, and I already told you that the longer the route is, the bigger the chance that the guy's going to pay you, because he doesn't want to move all that, all of that route again just to get to wherever he is right now. So that's just something we're going to abuse. That's something that we are going to exploit, and technically, yes. Come to think of it, piracy in a way is sort of taking advantage of how lazy the player is. Now, obviously, you always have these people who just don't pay pirates on principle. It's normal. It's nothing to worry about. I, for example, just ignore these players outright. I just don't even shoot them, even though they did not decline my piracy demands, just to show them that, oh well, you didn't want to roleplay with me. I see. You are not even worth my time. And just get to the next encounter. Okay, let's quickly open up the map. The map is your friend. The chat window is your friend, because you can always see what is going on. Okay, there we go. There's a junker congressman in California. Now, these are official faction players. I know this is a very mean thing to say, but don't be afraid to ask a little bit more from official faction players, because these guys are flying their flags. This is an official player faction flag, and they really don't want to mess things up. So, they have a reputation to uphold. So if they just, give up, it's sort of considered bad form. Most untapped players do that, actually. Don't be discouraged if that happens to you. Actually, come to think of it, look at it. That's a lot of people in California right there. And hopefully all of them are coming my way. Now, obviously, when I said evaluate your target, I'm probably going to know it right now before I, do that when I encounter him, but make sure you know if it's worth attacking someone, because let's just say that the ship that Junkers fly, the Salvager, is actually a very, very nasty ship to, shoot. It's actually very powerful. And so are a lot of transports, actually. Make sure you know if you can pirate something, because, again, it's just one of those things. As I said, target, what's his face? Make sure that, you don't get yourself killed. Okay, let's just wait for these guys. And there we go. We're going to... This is a nice big trader with platinum ore. Now, this is one of the fun things about trading in such a way. There's a very large variety of all sorts of cargo moving around. And ore is actually one of the most profitable. Like, if this guy would sell this off, he would probably get very close to 50 million credits. Okay, there we go. He replied. Okay, so first of all, we made sure that he knows I'm, he knows that I'm talking to him. Now, secondly, I'm going to ask him to move away from the trade lane, because I'm pretty sure that in the moment this lane is going to go up, he's going to try and move through it again, and if I'm typing at that time, try to be fast. Okay, fair enough. So, how much will you pay me not to take your cargo? Again, I just want to see how much this... Aha. Don't. Okay, so this guy's actually very close to the lane. As you can see, he actually tried to take this lane while I was typing, so this is very bad. What we're going to do now is we're just going to bump him a little bit, just, move him a little bit away from the lane. The maximum what you can demand. Oh, that is... Ah, there we go. I moved him away from the lane a little bit. Fair enough. I would, in fact, like 5 million credits. Usually, I wouldn't allow the trader to dictate, how much I can demand from him, but 5 million, again, 5 million is better than nothing, so that's that. And that's a freelancer over there. That is a Liberty Super Transport. And he's hauling premium scrap. Again, we're going to make sure that this guy knows that we're talking to him. Actually, what ID does he have? He has a Deep Space Engineering ID. And as you can see, I just made a demand for him to stop. He said copy. Very nice. Again, we're going to do the same thing. This is a stick-up, mate. So we're going to make sure that he knows that this is a piracy. And you seem to have some nice cargo indeed. Much will you pay me to keep it? So again, I'm going to allow this player to choose how much he gets to, how much he will pay me to keep this cargo. Now, I don't exactly know where he can take this cargo, because he's a lawful ship, and usually the best sell prices for premium scrap is at unlawful bases, but, well, again, it has to be a reasonable amount. Now, look at this. He's aiming at the gate. He might want to try and take him. Anyway, I've got millimeters on another chair. Okay, this guy has no idea that I'm actually role-playing with him. This happens. This happens every once in a while. Try to ignore it. These players are relatively new. Okay, don't take the lane. Well, how much do you have? How much can you spare? See, we're still keeping the friendly attitudes. A lot of more. You can also play a pirate a lot more aggressively than this. You just like, shoot down the guy's shields. Like, give me the money. Just like, give me all your money. Not all of your money because that would be PvP abuse. But oh, there you go. Okay, so we just demanded something. He's 72 with premium scrap. He at least has a few million. He said, on this account, 5 million? Okay, sure, fork it over. I'm gonna send him a group invite just to, hasten things up a little bit. Well, accept. Oh, why did... Okay, I'm a retard. Wrong button! Actually, I do that mistake quite a lot. Now I just need to wait until this guy actually pays us, which is going to be nice. One of the things you need to learn to do, and there we go. Make sure that he actually paid you. Yeah, 10 million. Very good. Good man, no scram. That even rhymed a little bit. There we go, 2 successful piracies. I already made 10 million in less than 5 minutes. And also, dude, the lane is down there. I don't know why you picked the upper ring. You must not frequently fly through Cortez. But, well, there you go. Okay, so this is about gate piracy. So this is the essence of pirating for cash. Obviously, if you know better, you might actually demand more. So, for example, if I was, say, in a group with another player with a transport, I would have probably asked for his cargo instead, because that cargo is worth quite a lot. Like, if we would take this amount of cargo to, say, the Outcast, we could probably make about 60 or 70 million out of that. Maybe a bit less. But, oh, there we go. So, that, in essence, is piracy for money. Rate the player, make sure that he's actually worth piracy, like worth pirating. Make sure that he knows you're talking to him, make sure that he knows that this is a piracy attempt. Ask a reasonable amount of credits if you're pirating for the credits. And just see what happens. If he pays, he pays. If he doesn't pay, then you can just, shit all over him. for the lack of a better choice of words. Well, there you go. That's the basics of piracy. So in the next parts, we're actually going to take a little bit more detail on like the overall role play of piracy. We're going to take a look at other IDs, for example. I'm going to try my best to explain the details of trying to find the best spot for piracy depending on how many players are online and so on and so forth. So, well, this was the basics. Hopefully you are going to be a better pirate. I'm pretty sure the veteran players have not really learned anything new, but there's first time for everyone. We're gonna go back to Coronado right now and see what happens. Again, thanks for watching this video. If you have any suggestions, just put them down in the comments below. I actually read these things, considering they spam my inbox full of them, full of messages. So yeah, Spazzy Dragon, fly safe.